1987's The Lost Boys is my own personal favorite vampire film. I don't really think it's really the best. The best would probably be Nosferatu from 1922. But, yeah, personally with me, my favorite's Lost Boys. It is done by Joel Schumacher, and it stars Jason Patric, Corey Haim, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Feldman, and Diane Wiest. Now, of course, usually when you think of vampires, you think of Bela Lugosi playing Dracula. You think of gothic sort of things. Well, that still is kind of the archetype for vampires. But in 1987, when Lost Boys came out, vampires were presented as being pretty different, way more hip, way scarier, and they're kind of presented in this one as looking like rock stars and guys that could front Megadeth. That's how awesome and badass all of the vampires in this movie look. And when the vampires in this become like the scary sort of creatures with the fangs and everything, the makeup that they use, it looks pretty awesome. This was one of the scariest vampire movies ever made at the time, and it still is one of the scariest vampire films. And one thing that I like about The Lost Boys is it does a really good job in juggling genuine horror with some moments of actual comedy to it. And the fact that it's able to juggle both those things so well, it just makes the entire experience all the better. So the movie deals with this small family, mother who's Diane Wiest, and brothers Jason Patric and Corey Haim. They moved to California following their parents' divorce, and turns out to live with their grandparents, to live with their grandfather, and it turns out that the surf town where they live is the murder capital of the world, also the vampire capital of the world. Now, Corey Haim, he is a big fan of comic books, and he also wants to just hang out with some friends. And Jason Patric, on the other hand, he's really interested in girls, while he also wants to hang out with some friends. And he becomes infatuated with Jamie Gertz. Jamie Gertz, very, very beautiful woman, and she ends up leading him to a group of vampires who's led by Kiefer Sutherland. Now, eventually, Patrick finds out that he is a bloodsucker himself. And while Corey Haim is cruising around in the comic book store, he is constantly being badgered by these two brothers, who are Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander. He's being badgered by them to check out this vampire comic book, because it's more of an instruction and survivor's manual than anything else. When Haim finds out that his older brother is a vampire, he enlists the help of Feldman and Newlander to kill the head vampire once and for all. That way, all the half vampires can turn back to normal. Haim loves his older brother, and he's not ready to sacrifice anything. So they do all they can to find out who the head vampire is, destroy him once and for all. So, yeah, the movie is it's very, very well written. It's very funny. The horror bits in this, I just love. And of course, the whole idea of really cool hip vampires. There was 1987. Of course, a lot of vampire revamps have come out since then, like The Vampire Diaries and True Blood and Twilight. I'm sorry, none of those things will end up surpassing The Lost Boys. Maybe Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Sarah Michelle Gellar, maybe that, but, you know, we'll talk about it some other time. But the way this stands right now, The Lost Boys is my personal favorite vampire film, so I'll give it 4 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.